No, you're good. Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. We're back with the Ted Show. I have a very special guest on today. Patty Watkins is here. We're going to talk about her granddaughter, Rowan. Rowan's story, her journey is very, oh my God, it's just, there's so many pieces, moving pieces to that journey. And we're here today to talk about Rowan, talk about Rowan's story. So welcome, Patty. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Ted, for having me on the show. I'm Patty Watkins, and I am Rowan Harper King's grandmother. She was born to us almost 3 years ago on June 6, 2018. We were so excited, and time was come for baby to come, and she was born. Unfortunately, she did have some health issues. She was born with ASD and VSD, which is 2 holes in her heart, a smaller
Wow.
and a larger hole. Right now, they're on. They have closed a little bit. We see that doctor in June, the heart specialist, and hopefully her heart has continued to close, so she won't have to have any kind of surgery. If it doesn't heal, then eventually she would have to have open heart surgery because it could affect her lungs. So we're having prayers that, that part of her health issues is going to continue to be good. She's also born with what they call club tan. And the club tan is where her hand is bent. It cannot straighten out at all. She's missing her radius bone in her right arm, and she's also missing her thumb. We have been doing fundraisers for her since she's been 4 months old. We have from bake sales and restaurants that were nice enough to allow us to have a percentage go to Rowan. We've had a GoFundMe page. We also had we've had like 4 to 5 bike runs where we've raised money. The motorcycle community has been great to us. We have Mama C for children.
She just popped on. She said hi. She's here.
Hi. We've had Mama C help us raise money, also from children of Volusia County. We're just trying to do the best because we want the best, of course, for our granddaughter.
Tell me about what that was like. Was there any we had several questions before we went live, so I'm asking with the audience. Did you know beforehand that there were any kind of holes in the heart, or was that something that wasn't detectable?
That was not detectable, and we did have specialists with the mom, checking it out. Only issue we knew with her health issues was that there was something wrong with her hand, and they couldn't tell us until it was born actually what was wrong with the hand. I mean, we freaked out. We thought part of her arm was missing.
Wow.
We're seeing it on the sonogram, but thank God, her arm is there. It's just missing the bone and missing the thumb, and it's correctable. That's the good thing.
Let's talk about that because I'm glad you brought that up. Great segue, because we had people go, so because once we tag, people do their own research, and so they ask questions. So that is fixable. So that's surgery fixable, the cleft hand.
Right. We go to see the surgeon in West Palm Beach. His name is Dr. Paley. We have an appointment with him on 10:30 in the morning on Monday. At that time, we will be making her first appointment for her first surgery, which they will be taking her hand and actually straightening her hand out. She will be in a case for 3 months. After the 3 months healing, they cast off and they take her index finger and actually make her thumb.
Wow.
So she will be able to do what every other child.
So cool.
After physical therapy, to be able to use both hands. But
how do you stay positive? Talk about that, because I think being a caregiver, raising money, having anybody in your family or anybody that you love who's got any kind of health challenges can be taxing. So what do you guys do to stay positive? What do you do to stay focused?
When I found out that we did have a grandchild that needed help, I told my daughter that no matter what, I will make sure that she is taken care of. Now, she does have health insurance, but her health insurance does not cover the specialist. So that's where the problem is, where we have to raise this money. I will not let my granddaughter go without having the best opportunity in life. And that's all I want her to do, is to have the best opportunity when she goes to nursery school. You know how children are cruel to each other. I want her to be looking like everybody else's child. Of course, the arm is a little bit shorter than the other arm, but at least it'll be straight, and she'll have 4 fingers that she can work with.
I love it.
We are all waiting for her to be potty trained, which is a challenge. But as soon as she is potty trained and the first 2 surgeries are done, we are going to be putting her in nursery school.
I think that's I know you're trying to get to a level of normalcy, because you're right. The kids are cruel, and it's also difficult because it's hard when you have health challenges and she's a child, and sometimes it's hard to communicate what she's going through, and it's difficult for her to explain the different things. And then of course there's this whole unknown. Do you think, I understand the surgeries on the hand, people ask, will the heart surgeries be a one-time thing, or is this a multiple lifetime thing that she has to face?
No, if she does have to have heart surgery, it's a one-time deal, and the doctor said it'll be all corrected.
Amazing.
When the small hole in the heart usually closes up by itself, the doctor said it's the bigger hole that they're concerned about. But they said if she does have to have heart surgery, they'll do both at the same time, so she won't have a problem.
Wow. And that's what we're gearing toward. And so the whole deal is that I think people think that everything's universal and it's just so easy to get medical treatment, and she's a kid, so everybody's just going to bend over backwards. And it's not. You have to fight through the system like everybody else does, because she's got partial insurance.
Correct.
And I mean that she's got basics, but the specialists aren't covered. And so people don't realize that is kind of a norm. There's a lot of people out there where the specialists aren't covered. And so that cost is ungodly. And some of them, even though we're supposed to be a country that allows anybody to get access to medical care, it's not as easy as people would think.
Absolutely. And like I said, we've been raising money from barbecues to bake sales, raffles. With COVID-19 right now, it is very, very hard. Yeah. Our last fundraiser was at, I think it was Christmas time. Yes, right before Christmas, we had a spaghetti dinner, which we did do decently. But before that, I had someone from New York, my sister and my goddaughter, put something online, and we raised a lot of money. I'm not good with the computer, so I apologize. I'm really, really bad.
I think you're good.
I can answer texts and I can answer the phone, but anything else to put something online, it's very hard for me to do that. But
I think you've done an amazing job, Patty, and I want to give you kudos, because I did see your journey, and of course, Mama C filled me in a little bit. It's a lot to take this on. You're basically the force behind driving Rowan's story out there, making sure people know it so that you can fundraise. So big kudos to you. It's a big job that you do, and I think you do it really, really, really well.
Well, thank you so much. We're trying our hardest. We do have 2 more fundraisers coming up. This month, we're going to try to do at the end of March, we're going to try another Rowan yard sale. We have people donating items that are in great condition, and then we get to sell them, and then the baby gets the money. So it's more for funds.
Is that where, so if they want to, what's the best way? So we've got the GoFundMe there, but let's say they want to get in touch with you. They want to donate items for the yard sale, or figure out how they can maybe help you on any kind of events you're coming up. What's the best way for them to reach you?
They can go on my Facebook. And if they would put, I am on Facebook. They can do Patty Watkins and put me as a friend. And if they can put something in there to say, I saw it on the TED show, so I know it's not a farce, because I don't know so many people, then I'd be glad to share any information with them.
Good. Yeah, because we won't go into the details, but one of the reasons why, when Mama C reached out to me or told me about you, of course, you had not a great experience. And I think it's important to talk to people about that. If you really want to help Rowan, then I want you to reach out to Patty. If you've got some ulterior motive, please run screaming. We don't want that. Patty and her family have already been through that once, and we don't want to have them go through it again, because it's it can be very painful. There are a lot of people out there that don't have the right reason for reaching out to help out.
Absolutely. And Mama C also is collecting loose change that anybody would like to contact Mama C. They could contact her, and she does have jugs out there collecting coins. We do have 3 businesses, one in Deltona where we live, at the Ace Hardware store on Fort Smith. They do have a jug that they've made for Rowan. Any loose change, anything you would like to donate, you can put right in the bucket. We also have one in Deltona on Deltona Boulevard at a restaurant called, I'm getting nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Good Eats Diner on Deltona Boulevard. They have great food, and they also have a jug for Rowan. And we've done 3 or 4 benefits right there from that they were so gracious to help us with. And then we have.
There's also a bike week, bike week. Mama C just posted.
Okay, I don't know about that. So that's
Capillary Cat Campground.
Oh, at the
camp. Stuff going on.
Okay. I didn't know anything about the campground going on.
See, we're all going to come together as a community, because that's what we need to do. How is Rowan doing? Give us like an update on what her daily life is like. Is she struggling with pain, or is she just a push through kind of kid? What's life like for her?
She is. There is no pain. It does break her heart sometimes. She'll take the hand that is not, that it has the clubbed hand, and she will say, "Grandma and Papa, boo boo, boo boo." Now, she knows her hand is not like the other hand, and we try to explain to her that she's going to the doctors, to see them to get the hand corrected. But for a 2.5-year-old, almost 3-year-olds, how much can they really concept? There's
Correct.
not much you can concept with her. But she is like a little tomboy. She constantly wants to run and jump. She did break her collarbone, like on the bed a few months ago, and freaked me out. But she is very, very energetic. She doesn't let anything stop her.
I love it. All right. So we've got the GoFundMe.com/Rowan Harper's Medical Fund. You can also reach Patty. I've tagged her. You can reach Mama C. I can tag Constance in this too. We really want to get the word out. They have some fundraisers coming up. You can donate items for their yard sale that's coming up. But I think it would be great if we just as a community get together, help this sweet little beautiful girl out. And it's correctable, which is such a blessing, because a lot of times we do these and you just don't know how the outcome is going to be. There's no promises, but she has such a great future ahead of her, and we want to make sure it is the best one that she can have by doing these fundraisers.
Absolutely. And I just say really that anybody can go to any TD bank in Florida, or anywhere they have I think it's only in the Southeast. But if you go to a TD bank and say that you would like to make a donation to the Baby Rowan Fund, they'll be glad to take care of you.
I love that. So we'll put that in there as well. How do you think you did? I think you were perfect. Was it that nerve-wracking? It was right on point.
It's better than I thought.
You did amazing. All right, Patty, thank you. God bless you and your beautiful family, and Rowan, of course. And Mama C, thank you for making the connection. Go to the GoFundMe page, reach out to Patty directly, reach out to me, reach out to Mama C. We will get you to where you need to be, and let's all rally around this beautiful little girl, Rowan. Thank you for being on the show, Patty. You were awesome.
Go Team Rowan.
Go Team Rowan. See, it wasn't that bad. I promised you it wouldn't be. It was perfect. You were perfect. All right, guys, go support Rowan. Go support Patty. The whole family. We need to show them some love and support. So let's go out there. GoFundMe.com/Rowan Harper's Medical Fund, or Patty Watkins, or me, or anybody. Let's reach out and get this little girl the surgeries that she needs. All right. Thanks, Patty. We'll see you soon. Thanks.